We're out here at NRG in San Francisco, and we have one of the faculty, of course, Robert Hoffman. So you taught today, but 2 classes, right?
Yeah, 2 classes today. Went good. Both, thank God, I did what I always aim to do, which is get them past their inhibition level, get them past that studio level dancer into that artistic freedom to just go completely ham and not care.
So what were the styles, the 2 styles you taught today?
But just my style, just that aggressive, crazy, absurd, kind of dubsteppy, jazz, b-boy.
Everything, like a fusion.
Yeah, for sure. But it's always got belly. It always seems to have some sort of an angst to it, I guess, is kind of my tone. Tell people kind of like what makes NRG different, because you've taught different places, you perform different places. Like, what makes you want to come out here and do it here? What's a little different from other conventions for some? Well, unfortunately, it turns itself into a very cheesy pun, but the truth is the energy is very different. Everyone running this show is good friends of mine for a long time. So for me personally, the energy is 100% different, and I really, really enjoy coming and hanging out with these folks. And as far as the kids, to put it frank, I take every class as it goes, and every city's different. But for me, my mission is to make sure every class, these kids, their heads get opened up. They feel like they're flying, doing stuff they didn't think they would ever do before. And so city per city, it's always different, but that's my mission, and usually I get it to happen.
Well, the comments that we've heard so far, obviously, are some people coming out saying it was the best class they took, they enjoy it. How important is it for you to know that people took your class and really learned something and really got something from it?
It's everything to me. I mean, there's a lot of things I could do to cater my class to a more, predictable or expected or even less complicated realm, but I just can't do it. Life's too short. When I was a kid growing up, I was so bloodthirsty for a class that would really propel me into a next tier. I wanted to be in over my head, and there is a lot of kids that kind of just want the more recreational experience, but I can't force myself to do it. It's impossible. So I teach for the kids that really want to be stars. And then I, just try to really give my best effort to take every person who has any small interest in dance and help them to be able to zone in and take the experience for what it's worth. Because that work ethic, I don't care what you want to be in your life. Yeah. If you let yourself go 110 and overtrain, I mean, that's a work ethic that'll take you in any career field. Are you
going to be out any other NRG stops or just the San Francisco one?
I don't know. I wait for Rustin to call, and I'm like, okay, cool, man, let's do it.
Yeah, because it's going to be, you live in LA probably, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's going to be one in LA. 2 weeks.
I'm assuming I'll be there. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I'll be happy to be there. If they need me, I'm there.
Also, tell me a little bit about your choreography, like the actual process. I mean, how long does it take you to come up with something? Are you by yourself? You in a studio? Does it come to you all hours of the night? Like, describe that a little bit.
I've actually, as of the past couple of years, realized my process is very, very particular. I didn't know that everybody else wasn't like this. I've learned that I got to give myself about 4 hours when I'm doing something that's like really passionate to me, or like coming up with a routine that I feel like is really valid to teach. About 4 hours in the studio will give me about an 8.5. Because I just want to play, hear the music, I want to get visions, I want to get a tone, I want to get a story, I want to get a character, and then finally I'll keep playing and playing and improvising and playing, and I'll finally find some really cool move. I'm like, I love that. Yeah. Like, everything for me has to be original.
Yeah.
So I really rack my brain. There's probably a much faster way to do this.
Yeah.
I can't. That's not my process. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what are you working on this year? What's exciting you? Any projects that you're looking forward to, or?
110% of my time right now is dedicated to a screenplay that I'm working on with a very accomplished writer who's become a good friend of mine, and some of the higher-uppers that I've become endeared to throughout the years have been encouraging me to make something happen like that. So it's an action comedy. Dance is, in fact, the action. I'm not going to pitch it right now, but all of my passion is going into that, always focused on YouTube. And then there's a couple movies, but I can't say that they're confirmed yet.
We got to talk about your YouTube channel. A crazy amount of hits. People love it. What's their process with that? Yeah, I mean, YouTube gives you a little bit more freedom than like film, for per se. So can you tell me a little bit about just like your process? You're gonna come up with a video, next Wednesday. Like, what would the process be?
Well, I have a list that goes like miles long because I truly just enjoy coming up with original concepts or just anything that makes me tick. I'm like, oh, I would want to see that, and I write it down in an email and organize those in my email folders. So the list goes on forever, and then when it's time for a new set of videos to line up, I pull them and whatever. But YouTube and Punch Robert, that's my baby. That's like I will never let anyone touch that or filter it. Yeah. It's whatever would inspire me or entertain me. That's what I'm going to do. And I've been really flattered by that kind of grassroots massive fan base that I've...
Millions of hits. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's never the one I think will hit.
Right.
I'll be like, this one's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
And that one's like 300K, which is great. And then this one that I just I don't even have enough footage for it. I'll just put it online real quick. And then I turn around, I'm like,
6 million.
8 million, yeah, what the hell?